What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-1. And if you are new to this channel, we talk about all things prison and crime related. From people telling their wildest and craziest moments in prison all the way down to amazing 60 days in reviews. We do it all here when it comes to lockup, ladies and gentlemen. So if that's something you're into, please do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Now today we are going to be talking about some breaking news. Okay, there's about 3 or 4 stories I'd like to bring to your attention today. The first one is just, God, man, I ain't never seen no shit like this before in my life. And you know, they're doing their investigations on this whole story, but I'm gonna give you my input on it, on why this might have happened to this young girl. New York City, ladies and gentlemen, that's where the first story's coming from. Brooklyn, to be exact. And I don't really have to read too much of this article. They don't know too much information on what happened, you know, but I am going to give my input on this. There is a video going around on all the major news channels. If you want to go check it out, go ahead. But you know, I'm not going to be having any kind of video clips on my channel of a 15-year-old girl getting mugged by, let's say, I don't even know, 20 boys? I have never seen a child, because that's what she is, a child, get jumped or mugged by that many people in my life. Never, not even in prison, have I seen someone get mugged by that many damn people. Police are searching for a group of suspects accused in a violent gang assault and robbery of a 15-year-old girl in Brooklyn. Investigators believe that it was a retaliation attack for another incident that took place earlier. Police have not said what the earlier incident was about. I mean, it could be many things, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to really break this down because this is messed up, man, you know? Because I got kids, and I know exactly what's going to happen after something like that happens. You know, first off, it's a girl. So, you know, if her daddy is home, oh my God, you know, if it was me, I ain't even about to get into that part of the equation. I don't even want to put myself in that situation, you know? But can you imagine being the dad of that daughter? You know what I mean? And knowing that all these boys, 15, 20 boys, jumped her, stole her Jordans. And the kid that stole her Jordans after the whole situation took place, this is exactly what happened. She was walking down a sidewalk, and then out of nowhere, just a mob of little boys came. I wouldn't call them little boys. I mean, they're like probably 17. There might have been an adult in there somewhere. But there were younger boys that mugged her. Just ran up out of nowhere, jumped on her, stomped on her, and all kinds of crazy shit, man. You know, and then right before they left, some other little young punk snatched up her Jordans. And his face is plastered on the damn camera, you know? He's gonna get his damn boots smoked. You know, some things as a juvenile you can get away with, but chances are 90% of those kids probably already have a juvie record, you know? And they're gang related. So, you know, even though they're a juvenile, a lot of places don't even spare juvies, you know? They'll smoke their damn boots too. And if they're 17, you know the courts are gonna charge them as an adult, or at least wait till everything happens. I don't know how that goes in New York, but you know, if it's a really heinous crime, some states, if you're 17, they'll charge you as an adult. Now, within those 15 or 20 kids that jumped her, if there is an adult, I can promise you this, that 18-year-old, okay, or 19-year-old, you know, I'm sure there ain't no 30-year-olds in there, but, you know, typically with that age group, there might be an 18-year-old roaming in the midst. You are about to see the penitentiary for a very long time. They ain't playing with your ass. And not only that, the victim, the little girl that got mugged, is cousins with a longtime community activists. Oh, shit, you ain't ready for this hailstorm coming your way, little kids. Good God, he's going to be fighting tooth and nail in the courtroom for the utmost sentencing. And that's what they deserve, man. You know, I don't give a shit if you're in a gang, whatever the case is, man. You know, shit like this makes me sick. Hate seeing people get jumped and stuff. It's a coward-ass move. Not only that, it was towards a girl, you know, but at the same time, gang members ain't gonna just do that for nothing. They ain't just gonna run up on some random little girl and do that for absolutely nothing. I mean, maybe in some situations, maybe, but for the most part, not like that, you know? So this was definitely had to have been some kind of retaliation She might have been involved with the gang herself, or she might not have. You know, I'm not going to put any kind of bad bones on her or anyone. I don't know hardly anything about this situation, all right? All I know is when it comes to the streets, stuff like that didn't happen for nothing, okay? Chances are she was probably had some kind of dealings with them in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what it is. We'll find out sooner or later, and I'll keep you posted. But this is another thing, okay? Can you imagine if your child got mugged by that many boys in the neighborhood or area that you grew up in your whole life, you know? If that were to happen to my kids, I wouldn't even feel safe putting them back into school. There's too many enemies she has made, okay? 15, 20 people doing that to her. And you know, whatever happened to her, it's going to spread like wildfire in the schools. And then she's going to have to deal with all that shit. So me as a parent, I wouldn't even want to put my kid in that school again, you know? And probably for security reasons, they will transfer her, you know? Or let her finish the rest of the schooling at home. But anyways, my prayers go out to this young child and her family, and my prayers go out to all them dumb young punks that made the wrong decision. I can guarantee you are gonna live to regret this shit. You know, someone's gonna get some hell of time for doing this. Next is a story that a lot of people have been asking me to talk about. I really don't know too much about it, but I'll read it for you. It is pretty interesting. Santa Fe, New Mexico, a man trusted to keep prisoners in line found himself behind bars for having meth on the job. The Santa Fe County Corrections officer, now facing drug charges, was once on a reality TV show where he was praised for his good works. This is the life of a corrections officer right here, Lieutenant Cohen Mangan said on the show. It doesn't get any better than this, and I apologize if I didn't pronounce that appropriately. Before Mangan was accused this week of carrying around a bag of meth on the job, he was first thrust into the spotlight as a rookie on the A&E show Behind Bars Rookie Year. Maybe I'll do a little breakdown and review of that shit. We'll see. I don't know. When you are coming in on the first day, you have butterflies and you don't know what to expect, Mangan said on the show. Well, Mangan, you're definitely gonna have butterflies walking into those pearly prison gates this time, my friend. Cause you ain't gonna be no CO. No. The show highlights corrections officer recruits who are in training or working at the penitentiary of New Mexico. Clips from several episodes posted to YouTube in 2015 and 2016 show Mangan interacting with inmates and praised by his superiors. Mangan has been an excellent new officer on the line, one said. On Thursday, the correction officer found himself behind bars after he admitted bringing meth to work. An officer found a bag of meth near the main entrance. According to a report, surveillance video showed Mangan drop it. At first, Mangan denied knowing anything, but when the investigators said he was caught on camera, Mangan changed his story, saying he used it during his break to stay awake. Yep, no dose ain't got shit on old meth, does it? No. He was charged with bringing contraband into a jail and possession of a controlled substance. Mangan was booked into the same jail where he worked, but he was released Friday afternoon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that just goes to show you, even the best of the correctional officers might have a little bit of meth in their pocket. Them long late night shifts will get them COs doing some weird shit, man. Nah, but for real, he probably wasn't even using it, man. He was probably giving that shit to inmates, you know? I don't know. He might have been using it. Who knows? COs do drugs too. You know, I've interviewed a few COs. I know they were doing drugs. And if I did interview, don't you start going in your freaking mind thinking it's you, all right? I didn't say who it was, so don't think it's you. Anyways, that's a crazy story coming from New Mexico. This one is insane, ladies and gentlemen, coming from Utah. Utah prisoner escapes jail after shaving head, posing as inmate who was set to be freed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy, man. A Utah inmate remains on the loose Thursday after escaping from jail, and he might have gotten caught by now. This is actually a few days old. But he shaved his head and posed as another man who was set to be released that day. And these guys do look kind of similar, I guess, if dude were to shave his head. To be honest, look at this guy with the hair, okay? Who does he remind you of in the movies? Have y'all ever seen Saw? the damn cop. Yeah, I don't know which one it was from, but that's who he reminds me of, man. I know there's some horror fans out there who know exactly what I'm talking about. Caleb, who has been convicted of mail fraud, was allowed to walk out of the jail in Ogden on Tuesday. Ogden, never heard of that place. Tuesday, because staff thought he was inmate Matthew. Belknap, who pleaded no contest to retail theft charges, was set to be released that night after spending more than 70 days at the facility. On Monday, Belknap had helped this inmate. He helped him shave his head to look like him, and he also gave the individual his identification card, authorities said, then recited Belknap's date of birth and social security number to jail staff before he was released. So they planned this shit for sure. But the question here is, was he tricked, coerced into doing this whole thing? You know, he might have been scared for his life, but I don't think so, man. I think he just did it just to do it. He might have been friends with the guy. I don't know, but homeboy got out. And now they're all probably facing 3 to 5 more years added to their sentence. Jail don't give a shit if you're due to be released 70 days, okay? Or that day, you only had a 15-day sentence. The jail don't give a shit, man. If you help someone escape that jail, you're going down with them. Police are now investigating whether the pair believe they could have convinced the guards that there's been a mistake and that they both could be free. Those guys are 100% dummies to think that they're both gonna get released. Come on, man. They ain't gonna say, oh shit, we let the wrong guy out, man. Let's go ahead and let the right guy out. That ain't how it works. You know, maybe if they realize that that guy had nothing to do with the situation, but still, even if the other guy had nothing to do with the situation, they're going to hold him in that jail under investigation. They ain't going to let him go out. They're going to take some of his good time that he probably accumulated off the 15 days, which is probably a couple hours or something. I don't know. But it's a misdemeanor, so they probably cut the time in half. They could probably give him the other half. Just during the investigation, but that's what happens, man. You know, I've seen people get tricked up like that before. Just being in the cell with someone, they went under investigation because they thought his cellmate had something to do with this whole soiree of things going on, but he didn't. He just went in investigation for 90 days for absolutely nothing. So, yeah, these guys are gonna get their damn boots smoked too, man. Shame, shame, shame. They didn't even have no serious charges. I never understood why these idiots escape prison and jail when they don't have no serious charges. Now we have the last story of the day, and I got something I would like to talk about hereafter, all right? But last story of the day, and this isn't really anything to do with prison or jail, but I found it very interesting. Residents of a Swiss town may have to abandon their homes for more than a decade while authorities clear out a massive World War II weapons cake. Around 3,500 tons of ammunition remain inside a former armory in Mitholz. Some of the material already exploded in 1947, killing 9 people and damaging properties, but most of what's left in the arsenal is now reportedly covered by fallen rocks. Depending on how the work develops, residents should expect the evacuation to last more than 10 years. That ain't no evacuation, dog. That's, you repoed their shit. If I'm leaving a house for 10 years, I ain't coming back, man. But not only that, can you imagine the workers picking up the rubble and stuff? There ain't even enough amount of money that they could pay me to do that bullshit job there. You know, unless they literally said, nothing is gonna blow up, we can assure you. I might work that job for a lot of money. That'd be a scary damn thing, you know? Trying to get all that damn weaponry out of there. Anyways, pretty cool story. Switzerland. Something very weird happened to me last night. Okay? Not weird, it just made me realize I might be a little institutionalized. The power went out. Okay, the power went out yesterday, and it was out for a while. I think a car accident or something knocked out the power. I was bored out my damn mind, right? So after about 40 minutes of doing this, Brittany says, "Why are you pacing?" And I realized to myself, I'm pacing in circles in the living room, just like I did in the hole when I was doing solitary confinement. I'm pacing. And then not only that, man, I'm so mad that the power ain't coming on. I'm getting mad at the damn electrical crew like they're COs. You know, I'm thinking in my head, like, what I'm going to say to them. Like, they're correctional officers or something. You know, when you're on lockdown, you want to come out, you scream shit to the correctional officers. Well, the damn crew working on the shit's right there down the street, right there. I could holler at them all I wanted. I was literally about to walk out the front door, but like, snap on them, you know? Maybe kick my front door like I used to kick the cell door. We need rec. We need rec. I need my power. But damn, I was feeling really state struck after I calmed down and realized what the hell is going on. I said, damn, this is kind of like prison. And you know, this is another thing because it wasn't the whole area, all right? All the houses behind us had power. Like literally one street that way had power. So I'm looking at them having fun in their windows, playing Wii. And I'm in here looking at them like I'm in segregation. You know, they just took all my zooms and whams. I ain't got shit, man. I'm looking at my neighbors like, oh, let me. I remember this one prison, man. They put you in the hole, but the window that's in your cell in the hole, it was Deep Meadows too, for anyone that's done time there. If you go into the hole, they have a window, okay? And the window is facing the rec yard. So you're watching these freaking dudes play horseshoes and, you know, laugh, dap it up, smoke a cig, eat a honey bun right in front of your damn window, man. You're sitting in that cell by yourself going crazy, wishing to God you had a cig, wishing to God you had a honey bun, wishing to God you had a friend in there, man, you know? And that's what I felt like last night when the power went out. I had the candles lit. I only had one light, and it was an Aliens light up thing that audience member sent me. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have survived through the night. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell if you did. We drop content like this just about every single day. Go buy yourself some Lockdown 23-in-1 merchandise. Someone asked for this shirt. You know, I can't help what YouTube lists, you know, under the video as my merch, okay? There's more merch than what's listed underneath the video, so just click it or go to my Teespring link in the description of the video, and it'll take you there, and you'll find these types of t-shirts, the skull ones, 23-in-1. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, go buy yourself some merch, support the channel. And as always, I salute to every last one of you who've been supporting me since the beginning, and everybody who's just now joining the Lockdown compound. Y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free.